In today's video, we're going to be doing a discussion about the latest chapter of the Seven Deadly Sins, chapter 340. But before I get into that, the poll results from the last chapter that updated. The poll results are 50% of you voted 4 stars, 25% of you voted 3 stars, and 25% of you voted 1 star, which is pretty low considering where the Seven Deadly Sins used to be. It was always in the 5, 4s, and sometimes it would trickle down into the 3s. It was never really that low. So that just goes to show that it's not just me. A lot of other readers are kind of falling out of the love that they had for the Seven Deadly Sins at one point. Not to say that it's a completely bad story now, it's just not what it used to be. But with that being said, we don't really know where the story is going, and it can always go back to being really great. It could just be like a roller coaster, if that makes sense. Every story, every TV show, everything has kind of like that weird slope, so I'm hoping that from here we can go back up. Don't forget to participate in the poll in the top right hand corner for chapter 340. It's just a really cool way for me to see what you guys think of the chapter, and a really cool way for you guys to see what each other think of the chapter as well. I never want my channel to be just my opinions and what I think. I think it's so important to hear back from you guys, because at the end of the day, we're all just readers and all of our opinions kind of matter. End up liking this video, go ahead and hit the like button down below because it does help me out a lot. And I do cover all of these different titles right here, so if you see something that you might like, go ahead and consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell. And with that out of the way, let's get into the discussion portion of this video. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I had just literally just tried to film a live reaction video, and I got through the entire chapter, and then I realized that my screen recording stopped somewhere along the way, and I don't want to fake a live reaction for you guys, so what I'm gonna do is just talk about the main points of the chapter, because other than a couple points, it was a pretty dull chapter. So my opinions on it. I think that Merlyn is kind of a confusing character right now. I don't know if she's fulfilled or not. We haven't really gone over that. Yes, she looks happy throughout the chapter, but did she get what she wanted? Is this what she wanted? Is Arthur acting the way he is what she wanted? We don't know quite yet, and considering that that was such a main part of this entire new story arc, I would really like to know and catch up with that part of the story, because she lied the entire time for this, and we don't even know how she feels about it, and I think we're kind of lacking that as of now. I think Arthur kind of talking with her and us seeing the darkness leave the sword is a clear indication that for now he's choosing to be a malevolent god, not something that's evil and destructive. I think he wants to create and build a better world. But with that being said, he really doesn't know about Camelot. Whoa. But with that being said, he doesn't really know about Camelot right now, and I'm worried that once he finds out what happened to Camelot, it might send him over the edge, the same way like Meliodas, when he found out that Elizabeth was dead, everyone thought that he destroyed the entire city. Like, just an overload of power seems to be a trend in the Seven Deadly Sins, so I'm hoping and praying that once he learns about Camelot, he doesn't turn to the dark side, if you will. Also, the way Meliodas is reacting to Arthur is justified to a point, but I don't know if he's threatened by Arthur because he's something that he quite doesn't understand. From what I could tell, Meliodas was quite, for attacking Arthur if he needs to, but at the same time, I don't think he's on the level that Arthur is, because even during the fight with Cath and Cath controlling just a smidge of chaos, they couldn't really do anything. Arthur had to step in and use his own power of chaos to then end Cath. So I don't think that they're on a level playing field, and I really hope we don't get just a random boost from Meliodas to fight Arthur. I really hope that we can figure out a way to make the story more cohesive and, again, go up from the roller coaster, not back down, because a big part of the problem when it comes to the Seven Deadly Sins is these random power boosters, and at this point in the Seven Deadly Sins, the power scale is really broken, and we don't really even know where people stand anymore because it's just so all over the place. But with that being said, I mean, a fight between the two of them would be really cool, but they're not on the same playing field right now, so it's a little confusing. But the return of Cath, I do love the new design for Cath. I think that is the best one we've seen so far, and I think it's really cool. It's more like panther and like larger cat breed looking rather than like chubby, like kitty like kind of look. It really looks intimidating and cool and dark, and I really appreciate that they upped the character design for him. Do I feel like it's kind of strange to see him back again? Yes. And even Arthur was like, I thought I defeated him, and then Merlin's like, well, that's the power of chaos. Well, what exactly does that tell us then, Merlyn? We now know that Arthur isn't as powerful as we thought he was. We now know that chaos can be trippy, I guess. with the Seven Deadly Sins, I'm kind of getting tired of seeing big fights regarding the same person over and over again, if that makes sense. Like, that was the downfall of the Seven Deadly Sins, when we fought the Demon King once and then we had to fight him again. And I'm just kind of worried that it's becoming a trend to kind of space out the chapters, if that makes sense. Because Arthur couldn't even defeat Cath, and now Merlyn all of a sudden is just going to defeat Cath. Like, there's just a few inconsistencies. But with that being said, we don't really know what's going to happen in the next chapter. They could very well explain everything and everything can make sense. Just as of now, with the information that we have, this is how I'm feeling about it. And I'm not completely hating on it, and I don't want anyone to misunderstand what I mean. I'm not hating on it. I'm just genuinely confused and concerned for the story. I want it to be good again, and I'm just kind of hoping that we can make a cohesive story that kind of flows upward rather than continuing the trend that brought the level of enjoyment way down than where it was before. That's pretty much all I have to say about this chapter. There wasn't anything really significant that happened within it. Let me know what you guys think of these kind of discussion style videos. I don't know if I should be doing more of these or more live reactions, so let me know what you guys think. Again, if you ended up liking this video, go ahead and hit the like button down below because it does help me out a lot, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!